364 to 331, but 15.8 per catch for Illinois to 12.1 for the Trojans, so almost 5 yards, almost 4 yards for sure. The total offense in the ball game, Trojans had 77 plays, Illinois 62, but with their 62 plays, Illinois got 502 yards. The Trojans with 490. Average 8 yards a play to 6 yards a play for USC. Penalties, 8 for 69 for the Trojans. Time of possession, SC had the advantage, 33.5, 27.5. Third and fourth downs, 12 of 19 for SC, including 4 out of 5 on fourth downs. Trojans were in trouble a lot today, but managed to escape several times with third down and long. Good plays there at fourth down, of course. 4 out of 5 is pretty good. 6 out of 9 third downs for Illinois, 1 out of 1 in their only fourth down try. Individually, Jaden Mayava, 30 of 43, 364 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had 1 interception for the first time this year and was sacked just 1 time. Mekhi Lemon, as we mentioned, one of our guests today, 11 catches for 151 and 2 scores and the 2-point conversion. They gave the Trojans a chance to take the lead, which they did ultimately. Nice game for Lake McCree with 3 catches. Lane caught 4. We weren't even sure he was going to play. Lyons had some tough catches over the middle with 4 for USC. Jordan had 20 carries for 94 yards. Longstreet came in, carried once for 16. Sanders, 8 carries for 22, really couldn't get on track for the Trojans. For the Illini, Altmaier was just really, really good, Sean, in my mind, just maintaining what was going on. Short passes, 20 of 26. He ended up with 328 yards. A lot of that was on 1 long 64-yarder, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once. I thought he did a really nice job of kind of controlling the game.
Yeah, it looked like the next level of quarterback in the Big Ten. We've faced a couple of guys who are not as good as him, and he was definitely a step up, and it gave the Trojans fits on defense today.
I hope Underwood from Michigan, the true freshman, is a little bit shaky when he goes on the road.
Yeah, especially when you give them a lot of looks out there. Younger freshmen, you can shake them up mentally a little bit more as they're not as battle tested in those kind of a mental warfare out
and
there.
The Coliseum needs to be rocking when Michigan comes in, make it uncomfortable for them, as uncomfortable as it was here for USC. Dixon caught 4 passes for 90. Beatty, their go-to guy, 6 for 81. Touchdowns for Fagan and Bowick. Fagan, 14 rushes, the big guy, for 60 yards. 1 touchdown running for Altmaier. Valentine, 8 carries for 59. Checking the defensive stats to see if anything really stands out for Illinois. 10 for Scott, 10 with a tackle for loss. And the 1 sack for Illinois came from a young man named Bailey. For the Trojans, Stevens with 9, Gentry with 8, started slow but finished strong. Fitzgerald with 6, Pierce had 6 tackles. We just talked to him. A tackle for loss for Nicholson and for Braylon Conley, both of them. A sack for Nicholson, got in quickly one time, and an 8-yard sack. Trojans recovered a couple of fumbles. Illinois intercepted a USC pass, and it all added up to an Illinois win, 34-32. Let's listen now to our Arco top-tier play of the game.
Now, it's time to experience the thrill of the Arco top-tier performance play of the game.
Play of the game.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Illini 16-yard line. Jordan is the 1 back, and it will be a pass towards the end zone. Separation for Lemon. He's got it. He's got it. Touchdown, USC, and the Trojans have tied the ball game up. How do you do? Yeah. Minute 55 still on the clock. Trojans had a chance to maybe run the clock down a little bit there, and probably shoulda, woulda, coulda, though, as Illinois brought it back down the other way, set them up for a field goal on the last play of the game, and Dave Olano kicks it through from 41 to give the Illini the win, 34-32. We'll either bring John Jackson in for our conversation, or we'll go down to Jordan for the head coach interview with Coach Lincoln Riley. We'll do that after these messages on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Arco Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
That's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive. What does that one mean?
Oh, that's just Piggy. He gets excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
You're listening to USC football on the home of the Trojans, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Pete Arbogast and Sean Cody at Champaign-Urbana. The stands are cleared. The band is gone. They're cleaning up the field down below. John Jackson joins us in the ESPN LA studios in Los Angeles. JJ, disappointing result for the Trojans in a really exciting college football game, and it looked all lost there for a long time. SC was way behind, but they managed to rally, take the lead, for crying out loud, and had a chance to win this game.
And you know, Pete, unfortunately, this game I bring this to you. I bring my response to you, Pete, because you and I are probably the only ones that can remember. But this felt a lot like when we played Illinois at the Coliseum. We never got control of the tempo of the game. We left them in it. They took the lead, and then when it came time to try to get a score, we couldn't get the score to put them away.
It was up 13-0 a lot of that game, and then the Trojans lost it right at the end to Jeff George and company by a final of 14-13. Well, we know over the past few years, last year and this year, that trying to win games on the road on this side of the Rockies is difficult, and trying to win games in this very difficult conference on the road is very difficult. They got one at Purdue, but Purdue and Illinois are two different things. Have they learned enough lessons here to take this forward now for the rest of this season and into the future?
Well, I think the big lesson is you have to stop teams from running right at you. Illinois ran right at the USC defensive line the entire game, and I don't know. I'm not the defensive savant that Sean is, but I don't know what it takes to stop a team from running right after you, Sean.
Well, it takes big boys with who can stand their ground, and today the Trojans just got kind of mushed around a little bit. Sometimes you can read your press clippings a little bit and feeling good about your pass rush, but you have to earn your pass rushes, right? You gotta play the run, get those rundowns done, so you earn pass rushes. Today those rundowns weren't good enough, and I'm not just saying it was the front guys. It's everyone on the defense. It's linebackers, it's safeties who have to roll up and get in holes. But just not a physical enough day from an Illinois team that couldn't rush the ball against Indiana. So Indiana put it on them in the run game, but today against the Trojans, able to find some holes.
So you might have some eligibility left to help them get through this.
I don't think I could help them anymore, JJ. Even if I tried my best, I don't think I could help them out there.
Boys, what happens after a close loss like this? We talked about this some last year, but here we are again all of a sudden when things were going so well now. That's different than a year ago. Things have been going so well, and all of a sudden you suffer this defeat where you thought, oh, maybe we can win this, beat Michigan, go to Notre Dame undefeated. No, all that's kind of gone right now. How do you feel as a former player? What is the mentality of this team now with a week off going into the Michigan game?
Well, there's two things. First thing, as a former player, I'm a little beat up right now. This is a game that you circled after watching them play against Indiana, after watching some of these other teams play. That you thought, hey, Trojans come in here in a tough environment and get a tough win. That'll be good. And if I'm being honest, they just felt like they were out of it, and kind of Illinois gifted them some fumbles that kept them in this game, and really allowed the Trojans. The offense, I thought, had a good sound. Other than the turnovers, had a good sound game plan, scored some points, but defensively just couldn't hold up this offense. And really, if it wasn't for some of those turnovers, this thing probably would have got a little more favored for the Illini.
JJ, you suffered some very tough losses, a lot of wins certainly. certainly when you were playing at SC, but some really tough losses. How do you get back on the horse?
Well, in this game, what you have to do is you have to look as a team, look forward to what is in front of you, not what's behind you. Because when I lost to Illinois, the national championship was still in front of us because of the teams we played the rest of the year. Notre Dame, we had a chance to beat Notre Dame. We didn't. We had a chance to beat Notre Dame, but I think this team, their goal is to get it to the playoff. And right now, as dim as that might look, they have to look forward. And what do they have to do? Who do they have to beat to get back in that national championship picture?
Michigan's coming up in a couple of weeks. Is it good to have a bye right now, or not? Would you wish you'd got back on the field right away?
No, it's good to have Michigan in front of you because you know what you're gonna get coming in, and you know you have to straighten out some things. It's going to be a physical matchup. They're going to run the ball right at us as well. There's no mystery of what they're going to do. So, as a team, you know that you got to tighten it up on the offensive and defensive lines, stay physical, because the toughest games are yet to come.
Yeah, as a player going into a bye week, you always want to try to get a win before that bye week. You're feeling much better. If you lose before those bye weeks, that's when coaches
everybody's
going
to talk about it, right?
Yeah, all the coaches are going to be. Yeah, now these coaches got a lot of time with you to spend on all kinds of breakdowns and what you've been good at, what you've been bad at. So they're gonna get into all that this week, and it's much better to be coming in with a win. But like JJ said, you gotta put it behind you, move forward. There's a ton of left on this field. That's the job of Lincoln Riley, to get these guys to hey, we lost a tough one, this one hurts, but let's jump off back on the horse. We've got some huge games coming up where a lot of stuff is still at stake, still early in the season. This is one we circled, but also there's multiple circles. So this is just kind of the start of it, and they gotta find a way to put this one away, because this one, to lose like this, I feel like the Trojans have really mastered losing these tight ones after last year. This is a tough one to lose, because you felt like it was going the way up for the Trojans at the end there. A couple bad call, maybe some mismanagement of time, and the Trojans might have walked away with this one, but another tough loss.
How much do you credit, after losing to Indiana last week on the road 63-10, how much do you credit Illinois for coming back and playing tough?
Yeah, they found a way to. We talk about bounce back. That's the definition of it, right?
Oh, man.
Obviously, being back at home and getting a team that's maybe with an early start for them there's some advantages built into that, but got some guys healthy as well. So they looked a lot. They had definitely a different game plan against the USC that was going to work, and versus Indiana, that game plan never really came into fruition because of how the tempo of the game. This one was a really slowed down game. Every possession mattered, and when you give a couple away and when you can't stop an offense, it's definitely not a good sign for you.
When you lose this one, Sean and John, when you lose this one, you've already got a single loss in the Big Ten. Yeah, the hope was that you're going to win these next two and have a shot to go into Oregon without a loss in the Big Ten, and maybe only suffer one loss all season long in the Big Ten. You have a chance with one loss to go to the Big Ten championship game. With two, and with the number of teams that are ranked like Ohio State, Penn State, and Oregon, and Indiana apparently now, two losses, if you can't afford to lose another one, you're probably not going to the Big Ten championship game.
Well, simply, you got to play better. This was not good enough to get a win today, and it's not going to be good enough to get a win against an Oregon
But
team.
Hasn't that been the case already? We saw them play against Purdue and Michigan State, and those weren't seamless games, wonderful games where you're saying, oh, we're a great football team. There was some stuff to work on, and it came out and showed here maybe.
Yeah, if this, you're being honest with yourself, you're really looking at it. I mean, those secondary issues had reared their head in those games. You're like, hey, maybe we got to get those MEs figured out. Today it was not as much MEs as just guys just getting worn out back there. It was physical mismatches at times and guys getting beat, and that's when it's back to the drawing board when guys are getting beat physically and you can't find a stop for that. You can't call up some magical play if you're a Dan Lynn to get it, because you got a guy. Eventually, somebody's got to win one-on-one, and guys, you got to have your players win.
And with a loss like this, JJ, I have to keep my optimism, and people will say, oh, he's talking about the national championship playoffs. They just lost to Illinois. But JJ, they almost, you can't afford to lose more than one more and hope to get to the playoffs after that. So you almost have to run the table the rest of the way.
I think so, Pete. With one loss, you make it to the college football playoff.
Maybe two.
That's going to be a stretch, but I hear you. But like you said, their backs are against the wall, and not only do they have to win games, but they have to play well in doing it to, get the committee to think of them as a top team to make the playoffs. So it's a lot about, how you dress for the prom is just as well as how you dance at the prom.
All right, Trojans lose this one 34-32 right at the end to Illinois. When we come back, hopefully we'll go down to the locker room and we'll have no more breaks. We have to sit here and talk amongst ourselves. What would you like to talk about? Since we have no more breaks.
Yeah, let's talk about bye week activities, I guess, Pete. We got a bye week coming up. Anything plans for I don't know.
The Southern California sportscasters are going to the Kings-Ducks game next Saturday, so we've got a group of 60 going there. That'll be fun. By the way, speaking of that, we named 2 of our 3 Hall of Famers for next January 13th at the Sportscasters Awards Luncheon at Lakeside in Toluca Lake. Steve Hartman, who's been on the air forever in Los Angeles in multiple capacities, and Brad Pye, who's not with us anymore, but a long-time writer and broadcaster in Southern California. The third one, we haven't told him yet.
Uh-oh. Breaking news?
No, we're not doing it now, no.
Okay.
But we'll let him know soon, and we'll be able to announce that as well. So that's coming up this week on Saturday.
Yep.
And then I'll watch a bunch of college football on TV and not prepare for a game. How's that?
Yep, and
a lot of good games
it's a great event,
up.
Pete. Am I invited?
Absolutely, always.
Perfect,
we want.
perfect.
And a matter of fact, our public can come to that if you want to come out and hang out with the Southern California Sports Broadcasters Group. The tickets for non-members $125 and members $100 at Lakeside. And if you pay your dues ahead of time, $25 dues is nothing. The money goes to the Chris Roberts. You remember Chris from UCLA? He passed away a few years ago. And the Chris Roberts Student Memorial Scholarship Fund for a high school or college student that wants to continue their education in the field of sportscasting and get into the business for whatever reason. I don't know, but it would be fun for them to do so. And we've given away a bunch of money, and it's $2,500 every year, and we get some very good candidates. And one of them's going to SC, as a matter of fact, this year. So. Coming out of high school. So that's coming up January 13th. If anybody wants to go to that, you can find me on Facebook. It's not very hard to do. And message me, and I'll give you all the particulars about that. Coach Riley is still down in the locker room, and Jordan Moore's trying to wangle him and get him to come over and talk with us about the tough loss here at Illinois today. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, that's why I want to give a shout-out to Jada Mayava. He had a good game. We've been, really talking about his improvements he made in the offseason, and today he came out and Illinois had a game plan for him, and but he still was able to find a way and complete some passes and looking good in it. Then he has a turnover, right? And you want to say, how's he going to bounce back from this? And credit to him. The next drive, he struggled a little bit, it looked a little tighter. You start thinking about it, you probably get in your head a little bit. Lincoln Riley pulled him aside and had a little talk with him, and he got his mind right and came back out and almost was able to lead the Trojans to a victory and really push the ball down the field and make some big-time throws to his tight ends, to Mekhi Lemon. So credit for Jada Mayava for, after that one, first pick of the year, was able to turn that around and really play some great football because he kept the Trojans in it. Him and Mekhi Lemon and those tight ends kept the Trojans in it all the way to the end.
Jacoby Lane played pretty well, caught 4 passes when they needed him to, took a little pressure off of Lemon. It'll be nice to have him get another week of rest, if you will, and get back out there at full strength in a couple of weeks. But we've got to get some guys healthy on the other side of the ball on the defense. Murray Ramsey, can't miss him in a game like this. That really mattered.
Yeah.
And having other guys, we need Alex Graham back eventually. Hopefully, Prophet Brown will get well in the next few weeks. I hear maybe not though. Just wait and see.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough sledding back there right now. A lot of questions, not a lot of answers. A bye week is a good time to try to really recalculate what's going on back there because today it wasn't pretty. You lose Kamari Ramsey last night to an unfortunate illness of some sort that kept him out of the game, and that's obviously a huge loss when you don't have him. But then we've already been struck by the injury bug, and a lot of guys down today. A lot of guys trying to roll in there, trying to cover some spots up, but it really showed today, and going to have to do a week of soul searching in that back end because it's been tough sledding there.
Look at the scoreboard. We've got some time to kill before Coach Riley joins us, and it should happen any moment now. James Madison is leading Georgia Southern 35-10, so it looks like Georgia Southern's ability to win in their league in their first game is not going to happen. 4 minutes left in that game. Utah's out in front of West Virginia 21-0 with 9 minutes to go in the second quarter there. And San Diego State and Northern Illinois tied at 3 there in the second. UCLA is trailing Northwestern 10-0 with 9 to go in their first half. Coach is with us. Let's go down to Jordan. The Modelo locker room report continues in the Trojan locker room.
Yeah, I got the head coach, Lincoln Riley. This is one of those games where you look back at every single play, and one play could have been the difference. Is that the way you see it? Are there one or two plays that stand out, or are there bigger themes that you're looking at right now?
Oh, there's a lot. I mean, anytime it comes down to the very last second kick, I mean, there's going to be a lot on all sides of the ball that helped you get in position to have the lead against a really good team on the road, but also, kept that lead from being bigger or hadn't been a chance to separate in the game. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see it on all sides. I mean, it was an epic fight by the team. We really, really fought. Had some things obviously not go our way. And we just kept battling. So, I mean, the fight of the team was awesome. But, we're going to definitely look back on it and hate some of the missed mistakes because we really put ourselves in position to win that one, I thought, multiple times. And so, disappointed with it. I really like the team. I really do. We got to get – this bye week will be big for us. We're not a very healthy team right now at all. And so we got some obviously it'd be good to get some of these guys back, get some of these bodies fresh, and get ready for the next stretch of games.
Yeah, the health we talked about throughout the game, particularly in the secondary. It just seems week after week, somebody is missing from that group. How much of a challenge is it making it, particularly with all the youth you're having to play back there?
Yeah, no, I mean we knew, we were a little down even going into this one. Then you find out at 6 o'clock this morning that Ramsey has a stomach bug and he didn't play, and so. Now all of a sudden, you're kind of against the 8 ball. We had to play some different guys, some different lineups, and then we had a few guys kind of go in and out during the game. And we know we got to play better there. I mean, we got to make more plays. We've got to tackle. We missed some big tackles in this game. That was probably the secondary. That's probably the biggest thing, honestly, that showed up. And we got beaten coverage a few times. I mean, that's going to happen throughout the course of a game. But we got to get guys down. The yards after catch were the thing that really showed up to me.
Guys, go ahead for Coach.
Coach Sean Cody in the booth. Defensively, a tough one out there. You mentioned it already, and you talked about the injuries. But in the second half, you're able to come up with a big 3-and-out stop and cause those fumbles. And what's ultimately the takeaway from the defense? We thought maybe you probably get a better pass rush. It looked like they were trying to get rid of the ball. Like, what defensively you think is the main story here?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play the way we want to play. I mean, just it's great to force those turnovers, and we gave. Offense or defensively, we gave our offense some real opportunities there at the beginning of the second half, and that was probably the worst stretch of ball that the offense played the entire day. And so, it was a shame. It felt like we had a chance to really grab some momentum with those stops and being able to go score because they really were having a hard time stopping our offense. And so it was unfortunate that we couldn't match that up together, and that's so important on the road against good teams because the momentum deal is such a factor. And for us to close the half like we did. Get the stop, get the ball, drive down, get the field goal, get another stop. Like you could feel it in that stadium. It was like that was a real chance for us. And I'm glad we came back. But, again, there's just some other opportunities where we had a chance to go take the lead, and I felt like separate. So, I didn't feel like we were as impactful on the D-line. And again, I mean, to me, it's all tackling. I mean, we have got to tackle better. We cannot give up explosive plays on short passes. We got a lot of work to do. Obviously, some of it's got to get some guys back and going, but we got to – we've got to play better because we missed a lot of simple opportunities today, and we'd all be feeling different had we not missed them.
Coach, huge drive for the offense late. You're moving the ball down the field, 2 minutes left, and looks like you guys are in control of the game. You still got to score points, right? You got to get into the end zone, so I'm sure you can't really just dial up when you want a touchdown, but take us through the process, that thought process with 2 minutes left in the game, you're trying to drive and score.
Yeah, I mean, you can, they're going to start to be aggressive there because time was a factor, and so – you can try to hammer it in there and kind of guarantee that maybe you'll have a chance to use some clock. But I've been a part of situations where you get too cute with that crap, and then all of a sudden it's 3rd and long, and that place is going crazy, and you only got 2 downs. And so I mean, we had a little simple, quick game call, and Jaden found a one-on-one and took it and gave our team the lead. End of story.
JJ.
Hey, Coach JJ, back in the studio. Hey, I'm watching the game on TV, but I wonder. It looked like Jaden really, took a huge leadership role, towards the end of the game, trying to drive the team. He did not shy away from the big moment. Is that what you sensed on the sideline? Because that's what it looked like on TV.
He was incredible. I mean, that was a.
It looked that way.
It's a shame we wasted the performance and didn't get the dub out of it because he was he missed a couple of throws. He had one bad read on the ball over the middle that the guy made an unbelievable catch on. Give him credit. But, man, some of the throws this cat made, plays this dude made, I mean, that was one hell of a quarterbacking performance right there.
Coach, I personally hate nitpicking when we just all witnessed a super exciting football game. Here's what I want to know. We saw Hassan Longstreet in there. Was that a setup package for him, or did he have to come in because Jaden had to come out for a play?
Yeah, Jaden had a little cramp, and so but it was a play that we thought if Hassan came in, we might be able to run, so ended up timing out well. He made a good play for us.
It definitely was. I always try to, like you do, come up with some positives towards the end of the day, and I've got one here. Fix, learn, and look ahead. Is that the mantra now this week for the coaches and the players?
Oh, there's a lot of positives. I mean, a lot of teams would have folded and not given themselves a chance to win this game.
For sure.
Look, we knew what we were coming into. I mean, they lost 1 million guys last week against Indiana, got on the wrong side of it. That was an anomaly. This is a good, experienced football team at home. You knew they had a lot of pride. They're getting all their players back. Like, we knew this was going to be a battle. So to put ourselves in position to win it is there's definitely a lot of positives. But we got to own these things that are holding us back. And we got to fix them. And we got a great chance to address it here on the bye week, get some guys healthy. We got some fantastic games coming up. You look at the end of the season last year. A lot of teams lost games. A lot of teams that won ended up winning big, including the one that won it all. Lost multiple games. So we gotta learn from it. We got a good football team in this locker room right now.
You made me feel better already. Let's get going and get Michigan in here in a couple of weeks.
Yep, can't wait. Fight on.
Thanks to Coach Riley for joining us on the Modelo Locker Room Report.
That was the final word from head coach Lincoln Riley, brought to you by Smart & Final.
Smart & Final is a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, and they're ready to help you add some serious flavor to your game day snack spread.
Let's go down to the locker room right away for a quick final comment from Jordan Moore as the Trojans fall by a couple of points right at the end.
Yeah, I think you're looking at a team that needs a bye week, so it's a good time for it. Certainly not their best out there today, and so hopefully they can get healthy and flip what we've seen here, which is two really difficult road atmospheres. The Trojans survived one in Purdue, couldn't quite get to the finish line here today, but flipped out on Michigan, and all of a sudden, let's see if the home field advantage can kick in for the Trojans.
Tell us about Trojans Live.
Yeah, we'll be right back with you on Monday. Bye week doesn't slow us down, so we'll have this Monday and the following Monday. So even though there's no game next week, we'll be on.
Looking forward to it. Have a good week off, and we'll get back to it in a couple weeks.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Sean, last comment from you today?
Yeah, tough one. Trojans able to bounce back and fight through this one, even though it didn't look good at times. Football wasn't played at a high level, I think, on the defensive side, but the offense, I think, kept battling. And defense found some spots here, but I think the decimated secondary really shined today. It's hard to cover that up against a good quarterback, and just not enough at the end for the Trojans. Just kind of becoming that reoccurring, travel story where it just can't find that play right at the end of the game where you get that seal, that win.
I think we can all agree, and I hate losing, so do you.
Yep.
But we can all agree, if you were a fan of Oklahoma State and watching this ball game, you just watched a great football game.
Oh, that was exciting, man. The way the Trojans hung in there and fought, looked like they were going to turn the tide, and the way this place erupted after the win. This is college football.
What are you doing in the off week?
What am I doing in my life? I don't know. That's a good question. I got to talk to the family at home and see what we're doing.
Come out and do a little body surfing?
Doing Trojans Live, more importantly.
We got Trojans Live on Monday. Maybe a Dodger game during the week?
Maybe a Dodger game. Maybe, I know we got volleyball. We got lots of things cooking.
All right. Our next broadcast coming up Saturday, October the 11th. And the Trojans take on those Michigan Wolverines. Payback time. Kickoff, we don't know. Our broadcast will begin, however, 2 hours before kickoff time with the Trojan Tailgate Show, and then countdown to kickoff from the press box at the Coliseum 30 minutes before kickoff on ESPN LA and the USC Trojans Media Network. Stay tuned next for the USC Trojan Wrap-Up Show. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens talking Trojan football, taking your calls. They're the messengers. Be nice to the boys. Are we in Studio A there, Rick? Yes, we are. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. Thanks to our in-studio board operator, Kasim Diacate. Highlights provided by Jose De La Roca, our spotter and statistician, Scott Beatty. Producer-engineer Rick Cutler, producer-director Gia Lares, and the executive producer of USC Football in with us in the booth today for quite some time, Matt Wells. Now for Sean Cody, Jordan Moore, and John Jackson, Pete Arbogast here. Voice of the Trojans reminding you the final score once again. Illinois 34, USC 32. All we can do is fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the Modelo Locker Room Report, brought to you by
Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
I Trust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans. And by Salaya Tequila,
proud partner of the USC Trojans.
Proud partner of the USC Trojans. Stay tuned for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will talk all things USC football, take your phone calls and more.
Right here on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
Jersey Mike's subs are great to enjoy in all kinds of places.
So you can have a Club Supreme at home?
Of course.
Or a BLT at the beach?
Absolutely.
Or you can have a Chipotle cheesesteak when you're supposed to be taking the bar exam after 3 grueling years of law school, but instead, you just want to chill and eat your cheesesteak on a boat.
I think your mother would like it if you took the bar.
Nah, I think I want to be a lawyer for fish now. Fish lawyer.
I don't think that's a thing.
Oh, man.
Freshly sliced and freshly grilled subs for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
For a USC touchdown.
It's time for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
The fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
We will break down the game, hear some highlights, and take your calls.
USC football is a final, and we wrap it up right now.
Here are your hosts, Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. The final score out in Champaign, Illinois. Illinois 34, USC 32. Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. Our number is 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. I'm back. I'm in the studio. I'm in the studio. I'm 0-1 in person. I'm 0-1 in person. I'm 0-1 in person. Don't put it on me, everybody, please. Tough one for USC today, man. I mean, there are so many things that happened in today's game that you think the performance by Maeva down the stretch, the performance by Mekhi Lemon throughout the entire game, you just can't waste those performances and lose those kinds of games. But Maeva wasn't particularly sharp early in the game. Obviously, the defense really struggled. Illinois put up over 500 yards of offense in this one. And, I mean, look, like USC obviously had the opportunity at the end of the game, and you can nitpick the fact that they scored that touchdown too early. But what about the 2 fumbles? I mean, Illinois fumbling twice, almost it was like a miracle, like parting the Red Sea. And that kept SC in the game and still unable to take advantage.
To be honest, USC gets blown out if they don't have those 2 fumbles first. And the first fumble wasn't even a fumble. Let me just keep it a stack with you. That was a gift. That was a gift from the guys. I'll take it. I'll take it every single time.
I didn't see it. We were watching on TV. I didn't see.
I didn't see where you can switch it. Where you could switch. You called it a fumble. It's a fumble. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain about that. But people need to understand. And we're using this like we were still in it. We fought back and we were in the game. All that nonsense. Because the truth of the matter is, Illinois should have beat us by 28 points today if they don't turn the ball over on 2 score. Like they would have scored that first one. They definitely scored that second one. So shout out to Eric Ginger for making a play. But I don't get why we're trying to convince ourselves that we were just 1 play away. No, we were not. We were dominated and controlled in every aspect of the game.
But what I didn't really get, and look, I'm not usually the negative one in this room here, but I just this was always going to be the litmus test, right? Like this game, I felt like before the season we were talking on this show, and everybody else was talking about the first 4 games against weaker opponents. We should take care of business, win the game. It wasn't until at Illinois when we were going to find out what this USC team was. But then leading up to this game, I felt all week like USC was this heavy favorite. Illinois, they got trounced last week by Indiana, and what we ended up seeing today was a team that has talent, a team that can hang on the road in the Big Ten. But we kind of saw the same thing that we saw last year too, and so I thought that this USC team showed promise these first 4 weeks, but this was going to be the test. And I mean, look at the schedule coming up. Yeah, you got a bye week, but then Michigan, Notre Dame, at Nebraska. I mean, there's some tougher games coming up on the schedule, and I'm worried about what we saw today.
Yeah. No way you saw those first few games USC played and said you saw all you needed to see. And, again, I got my head bit off these first 3. We do it every year. We do the same cycle every year. We win these first 3 games. I'm telling fans, hey, I'm seeing things that good teams are not going to allow us to get away with. We need to nip them in the bud. Fans go, you're being negative. You're just hating because your teams are never this good. You just don't ever want to give them props. And I say, no, we're just playing teams we should beat, and we will see what we really are like when we play our first game on the road in conference, which was Illinois. Everybody, no. And look what happens. I told y'all this was going to be a trap game. Them losing by 60 last week to Indiana was the worst thing that could have happened to USC because they were pissed off, chip on your shoulder, you're playing at home. Every reason.
I said last week, I thought last week's game was probably a trap game for Illinois. Yeah. They got USC coming to town, big noon kickoff. They've got homecoming, all that. I thought that was the trap game for them.
This was their homecoming game.
Yes.
How disrespectful to schedule USC as your home. And they pull off the win. I told everybody this was a trap game. Do not take this team lightly. They lost by 60. That fares awfully for us.
Who did that to us last year? Was it Maryland? Did Maryland schedule homecoming?
Minnesota or something.
Yeah, one of them scheduled homecoming. Hey, Trojan fans, you want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. We're just getting started here, but we do need to let you know we're up against it. We got LA Kings hockey coming up, so we are out at 2:30. We're going to get to your calls shortly. 877-710-3776. 877-710-ESPN is the number to call. I want to get to as many calls as we can today. We know a lot of people are going to be wanting to talk USC football, so get in the queue. We'll get to as many as we can, but we are out today at 2:30. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we got some game highlights for you, and then we'll get to the phone calls. USC falls to Illinois 34-32 in Champaign. You're listening to USC Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
The Johnsons are gearing up for their first game day party of the year, Rob, and Dad's grilling skills in the offseason put him in the 90th percentile.
I see Mom's got her head in the game, too, making sure no cup is empty.
But I gotta say, the MVP is USC Credit Union.
Agreed. Without USC Credit Union's home loans, the Johnsons wouldn't have this great patio for entertaining.
Hey, where's my invite?
At USC Credit Union, our flexible options and seasoned expertise will have you entertaining in the home of your dreams. Visit usccreditunion.org. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 448984.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's, you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. Seawolf Craven's Jason Schwartz with you as the Trojans fall their first loss of the season to Illinois 34-32 on the road. And like we said, we're up against it time-wise today, so get in the queue. 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776 is the number. We'll get to as many calls as we can, but let's jump right into the highlights. The game highlights are presented by Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. And we've only got one highlight to play for you in the first half, but we talked about it in the last segment. Two real game-changing moments in this one, and really gifts for USC. The first one, the Illinois fumble at the 1-yard line that didn't really look like a fumble, but they upheld the call. Here's how it sounded.
And it's Fagan into the line, to the 1, pushed forward by his offensive line. Fumble the ball! It's picked up by the Trojans and returned out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and fumbled out of bounds.
Illegal formation, 5 in the backfield on the offense. Okay. That penalty has declined. The result of the play is a fumble recovered by USC.
Oh, boy.
First and 10.
The Trojans
USC.
get the ball. How do you do? I mean, that's as scary a situation as you can be in and get away with it.
Illinois gifted us multiple fumbles, and allowed us to stay in this game. So
yeah, huge, too, because it was 14-7 Illinois at the time. They get in the end zone there. It's a 2-score game. We'll go ahead and move forward to the second half, and it was a 2-score game at one point. USC was down 31-17, and the Trojans needing offense in the second half. They were able to cut it to a 1-score game. Jada Mayava finding Mekhi Lemon for the first 2 scores on the day.
4th and 6. Do we call it 4th and game for the Trojans? It's close to it. Jacoby Lane comes down to the near side with Chinook Hines. Right side, Lemon and Lyons. Throw, end zone, caught by Lemon in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. He was well covered, but saw it coming all the way. The defender never turned around. Lemon never took his eyes off the ball. Hecker never saw it, and it's a touchdown for the Trojans on 4th and 6. And somehow, some way, they stay alive in this ball game. The extra point would get them within a touchdown again.
Mekhi Lemon is easily showing us why he will be an All-American wide receiver.
Heisman kind of performance today.
A Biletnikoff finalist, and will be a first-round draft pick. He's just showing you why game in and game out, no matter what it looks like, if you get 6 the ball, good things happen.
That was a gutsy call, too, on 4th and 7 to go take that shot at the end zone there, but it paid off for him. And then another gutsy call here. Lincoln Riley decides to go for 2, and Trojans able to convert that.
Mayava from the 3-yard line, the 2-point conversion. He wants to throw, all day to throw. He could run. He winds up, throws in the end zone. Lemon again, he's got it in the end zone. And the Trojans get the 2-point conversion and cut the lead down to 6 points.
Just find him. Just find number 6. At this point, when Jacoby is not playing, I'm going to find number 6.
But you were yelling live when we were watching that play for Mayava to run. But he had so much room to run. He had so much time there, and you give him enough time, he's going to find Lemon. But USC, the story in the second half, the defense just could not get the stop, and Illinois easily cruised down the field. They looked like they were going to punch it into the end zone, put the game away, make it a 2-score game again. And then Eric Gentry came up huge to save the day. Big-time fumble force USC recovered.
First down at the Trojan 12. Valentine starts right up the middle. Fumble the ball in the end zone, and it is recovered by USC. I don't believe what I've just seen. Recovered by Stevens in the end zone. It's a touchback, no touchdown. Again, fumbling the ball deep in Trojan territory. And SC will get it back on the touchback, and they'll have a chance. I don't get it.
Another gift.
I don't get it.
Another gift. But shout out Eric Gentry for making that play because he had been shut out up to this point and, had a very quiet game. And I see a lot of star players when they're not used to not making plays, they kind of get in their head and shut down. He didn't. He continued to play and forces a fumble that could have changed the game.
Yeah, that one had our producer Parker Bell running up and down the halls at ESPN LA here. He was fired up before we even saw it on TV, so we knew something good had happened. And it's our game-changing moment of the game presented by Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. So then the Trojans with the ball, they drove it down the field. Mayava, plenty of big passes to Mekhi Lemon. USC moving it well, but then just under 2 minutes to play, Mayava, a beautiful touchdown, able to find Lemon to give USC the lead, but still with 1:58 to play.
1st and 10 for the Trojans at the Illini 16-yard line. Jordan is the one back, and it will be a pass towards the end zone. Separation for Lemon. He's got it. He's got it. Touchdown, USC, and the Trojans have tied the ball game up. How do you do?
People say that we shouldn't have scored that early, run the clock out. And I get that. You can take some more time off the clock, but let me just get one thing clear to everybody that was watching this game. This defense wasn't stopping anything today, even if USC scores and gives Illinois the ball back with 35 seconds. They had all 3 of their timeouts. USC was giving up 7 yards a carry at one point in the fourth quarter. I mean, we saw Illinois' last possession of the game. First play, handoff on their 10-yard line, goes for 10 yards. And I said it right there. I'm like, we're going to lose. They're gonna milk the clock and get in the field goal range because we won't stop a single play. And sure enough, 5 yards, first down. So,
and sadly, just to reset the tone here, our final highlight. Here's how the last play of the game sounded.
Lines are set to win the game for Illinois. Here it comes. The snap is back. The place down. The kick is up. The kick is away, and the kick is good. The Illini have upset the Trojans here in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois on a last-second field goal. The final 34-32, and they're coming out of the stands as they always do when they beat USC on the road. It never fails.
All right, that's how the final play of the game sounded. Those are our game highlights presented by Ontario International Airport. We'll take a break. Your calls when we come back. Trojans fall 34-32. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2025 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member, FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You're listening to USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Trojan fans, swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae Monday through Friday. For more info, go to lazydogrestaurants.com. And introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit. Celaya Tequila. Trojans fall to Illinois 34-32. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up, presented by Modelo. About to get to your calls, and Helen of Troy, of course, leading us off. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
All right, let's jump right into it. Helen of Troy leading us off, and Helen, I hate to do this, I hate to say it, but we are on time constraints today. 2:29 and 15 second out today. So Helen, if you can give us your thoughts quickly here.
Well, the big kahuna, Jason Mayava, he had a valiant effort. He's so mature, this wonderful young man, and he's a pleasure to watch. Well, as you already told everyone, we had 2 touchdowns. Nicholson had the sack. Gentry had the punch-out. Should have won. Again, the penalties, just like every other game, we hand the winning scores over to the opponent. Face mask, offside, roughing passer, delay of game, unsportsmanlike contact, and the extreme costly illegal man down the field. No discipline, no pressure on the quarterback. They're getting to us on the line, not paying attention where the ball's going. Bad time management by Riley. Lincoln loses in the land of Lincoln. So disheartening. Should not have happened. And it's all on the defense. And oh, great Sue Sayer Sua, you're 35-17. I really wish it was true. Fight on, guys.
Hey, look at Helen making it snappy when we need her to the most. Appreciate you, Helen. She got to those points quick.
Yeah. For those calling in, like I said, we have, or like Jason said, we got about 20 minutes to work with. So you just heard Helen. Don't call in saying the exact same thing that Helen just said.
Helen covers it all.
Not in the mood.
Helen covers it all.
Definitely not in the mood. Not going to have the patience with y'all today. So if you call in saying something dumb, you might get met with a dumb response. Stupid games win stupid prizes. Next caller, please.
Let's see what Mitch from Jersey has to say. Mitch, welcome back to Trojans Wrap Up.
How you doing, Jason? What's poppin'? So how you guys
Hey, listen how lively Mitch sounds today. Listen how lively Mitch sounds today. Middle of the day. It's not late at night.
Mitch? But this, I don't like these. It's too early. 7:30 my time.
Oh, now it's too early.
It's too early. It's too late. You got to pick one, man.
I know. You can't please everybody all the time. I want to repeat, but that play, and he would have had over 200 yards. But that illegal, the man, number 50, not being down to that cost us the game. Lincoln's poor management reared its ugly head. For the most part, it's been pretty good this year. And I got to say, Micaiah Lemon, I want to hear him for Heisman. He's the Jack Lemmon of college football wide receivers. I'm saying it. You know, you didn't think you would hear Jack Lemmon, great actor. But he's
Jack Lemmon, The Odd Couple? You're talking about Jack Lemmon?
Yeah, The Odd Couple.
Okay, I thought you said Zach Lemmon.
No. Yeah, the movie.
Yeah. Of course, Jack Lemmon's a legend, and so are you, Mitch. Appreciate the call, man. All right, we got to take a break here. We'll get to more calls when we come back. But first, a reminder, USC fans, that you can listen to USC football and all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app, free internet radio. We'll take a break here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. USC falls to Illinois 34-32. You're listening to the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football on the home of the Trojans, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Trojan fans, Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast-style IPA. Crisp, light-bodied, and packed with hoppy flavor. Located at find.stonebrewing.com. And Trojan fans, you can fuel your wellness journey with Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today. Fight on. We are back on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you. Trojans fall to Illinois 34-32. For those who've been listening, you know the drill. We're up against it time-wise. Got a 2:30 out, so we'll get right back to the phone lines. We got Pam from Temple City. Pam, Welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up. How you doing?
Okay, thank you guys for having me. I'll make it quick. I have a question and a comment. My comment is, as soon as we fumbled the football on our first possession and they got it and scored, I knew we were in for trouble, that we were not prepared. And my question, and I'll get out of your way, my question is, do you think it would have been who of them at the end when we scored that last touchdown to go for an onside kick and maybe get the ball? Because we weren't going to stop them anyway, so could we have taken that gamble?
That's some outside-the-box thinking. Thanks, Pam. I mean, that would have been you can't do it, but that is some outside-the-box thinking right there.
I'm just glad Pam called in and think we would get Pam on the line today. We didn't think we'd have enough time. So
Had
glad
to get
she
Pam.
Yeah.
Always. Thank you, Pam. Let's go to Brad from Brea. Brad, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey guys, should have been an ugly win today. Sue, I heard you coming on and say don't repeat yourself, but this should have been an ugly win, and Lincoln Riley time management cost those kids that game, and it just breaks my heart. And I'm just.
Are you saying the time management just by scoring the touchdown too early?
Yeah, I just at least run the ball once. Make them use some of their 3 timeouts. A minute 55, 3 timeouts.
I'm not going to say
got to make stops to win games.
Yeah, I'm not going to say
stops to win games.
As much as you want him to score and take time off, you want to score. And the defense, you had them with their ball on the 10-yard line. All you need is to get a stop, and it was easy for Illinois to get into field goal range. So no matter what Lincoln would have did with the clock, Illinois touching the ball last with 3 timeouts was a recipe for disaster because our defense couldn't stop a nosebleed today.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Let's go to Mickey from Encino. Mickey's first call this year. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much. Sue, you said it right, 3 timeouts. So I like the ball on the 20-yard line with 2 minutes to go and 6 points down every game. Because I'm going to run that clock, and I'm going to make him call those timeouts, and I'm going to give him the ball with no timeouts because I have to have confidence I'm going to score. The confidence of a coach, because they didn't stop us either. And that's the key.
Yeah, they didn't stop us at the end.
Stop us.
It's a good point, Mickey. I mean, I'll say the same thing I just said was you got to get a stop on defense. And, I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, you run the clock down. But, no guarantees we get in there.
We weren't getting a stop. I mean, we were not going to stop them. So it was too late. That's just.
So you think it was bad to score? You think we should have run the clock down?
No, I think that
it's tough when you need a touchdown.
USC was going to lose this game no matter what if Illinois got the ball last.
Right, but I'm saying is at that point in the game, are you thinking right there you need to run more clock? We scored too early.
No, because then they get in a position where they're trying to run clock and then we're in 3rd and long,
right,
and now we're settling for a field goal.
Exactly, and then that place
gets
gets
score.
rowdy.
You got to score.
You got to stop. You got to make stops. Yeah. Thanks, Mickey. Appreciate the call. Let's go to Mark from Colorado Springs. Mark, you're on Trojans Wrap Up.
I know you guys have touched on it, but our only chance to win that game, our only chance, was to score with less than 30 seconds left. Otherwise, we're going to lose. So run the ball. It doesn't have to be 3rd and 8. Maybe you run the ball for 4 yards or 3 yards or 2 yards. Get a first down inside the 10. Take it down to nothing, and then get the touchdown.
All right, Mark, and then take it down to nothing, and then get the touchdown. You can't get a touchdown with nothing.
You know what I mean? If you score that early, you knew we were.
It's just easier said than done.
There's no guarantee that USC gets in the end zone at all. And say we run the ball, and Illinois decides to hang on to those timeouts still up, in hopes that they can maybe get us into a field goal range because they're okay with us kicking a field goal. At the same point now where USC fans are now saying if they miss that field goal, why did we not try to score? So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I just think there's way more to harp on in this game than the clock management at the very end. I mean,
let's talk about the defense not being able to stop anything. Like, that's the reason we lost. It has nothing to do with Lincoln not calling a timeout or running the ball out in the line. Yes, that also helped them win the game. However, the defense literally they couldn't stop a stop route for 8 yards that went for 50. Like, there was nothing Lincoln could have did coaching-wise to help the defense today.
Let's go to Carter from Vegas. Carter, what's up? You're on Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, fight on, fellas.
Fight on.
Hey, Sua, you're not a hater, bro. Medicine isn't always supposed to taste good, but sometimes you got to take it. It is what it is. I really got 3 questions for you guys. I'm hoping I can get some feedback.
3 questions. That's tough. We gotta move it along.
Yeah,
Can you give us your best one?
I'm going to fire it off really quick. Can we travel on Wednesday to counteract this early thing? Why didn't Lincoln throw in an extra D lineman? Why didn't we go, A gap with Silvers or the big fella Jamal? And are we really thinking freshmen are going to save us next year? That's my question for you guys.
All right, thanks for the call. Wednesday's too early. We already moved it up to Thursday. It was Friday last year. Now
I'm tired
it's Thursday.
of these excuses.
Why don't we just move to the East Coast?
How about you just show up to the game and play instead of coming out slow and thinking that ish is sweet? Like, I don't understand. I saw it on the wall and knew the exact game we were getting ready to get into, and it just it happened.
You mean when you picked us to win 35-17?
No, after when I saw on Twitter, like you pointed out, that everybody was just assuming this was a win. This is a done game. They just lost by 60. That mindset right there, I was like, this is a trap game, and we're in trouble.
We were in trouble, and it shouldn't have been a trap game for us. We knew this was the games. This was the first game circled on the schedule.
It's a trap.
They're circled on the schedule.
They're ranked lower than you. They're coming off a 60-point loss. That you are riding a high of.
This was always supposed to be a game we were going to be underdogs for up until, for whatever reason, this past week. But we need to get to our last break here. You're listening to Trojans Wrap Up, presented by Modelo. USC falls to Illinois 34-32. One last segment when we return on Trojans Wrap Up, presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Having a high-yield savings account at USC Credit Union has its advantages, perks, and benefits. Like the fact that USC Credit Union members can get significantly higher interest rates than the national average for savings accounts. That's an advantage. Plus, you have the option to open your account with as little as $100. That's a perk. And you'll have peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned savings are insured up to a whopping $15 million. That's a benefit. Visit usccreditunion.org and start growing your savings today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. In the game of football, the goal is to build a winning team that strives for excellence on the field. And how do you do that? By fulfilling each player's potential for growth. That's like having your starting quarterback throw the perfect spiral for a touchdown. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love. with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC.
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
You're listening to USC Football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo's. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. We are in our final segment. Last few minutes here. Told you earlier, got to get out at 2:30 for Kings hockey. So get to a couple last calls here, rapid fire. If you can, please. Let's go to Gabriel from West Covina. Gabriel, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Yes, thank you for taking my call. Sue, I have to disagree with you. You're always right. But 2 minutes left. See has 3 timeouts. They have 3 timeouts. You run the ball, get closer. You have confidence. Your offense are playing good. They get in the end zone.
All right, let's go. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate it, man. We've heard that same point now from 4 different callers. Let's go to Ivan from downtown LA. Ivan, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey guys, great seeing you. Big fan. I'm tired of all these callers calling in saying the same thing every single day. This is 10 years of this. When is the culture going to change? When are we going to be the bad boys again? Sua, number 21, the greatest 21 of all time, the last century. When are we going to get these guys ready to go again? I'm tired of making excuses. I am tired of pretending that we're in the Big Ten. I'm tired of the SEC. When are we going to be the big boys on the block again? I don't care about next year's recruiting class.
There was definitely a feeling there today, like it was the same situation as last year, right? I mean, how many one possession losses did we have last year? Would have been nice to see us come out on the road, get an early lead, not fall behind, not make those mistakes, be the team out to a 2-score lead, and obviously that didn't happen.
I'm getting tired of it too. I mean, he's right. It's the same thing we've been saying the last few years, and I'm not trying to be dramatic about it, but it's just the fact. Like, we are showing that we cannot go on the road in the Big Ten and finish games. Today, we didn't even start the game. We didn't finish. We had a great fourth quarter, if I'm being positive. We had a great fourth quarter. Outside of that, we were dominated quarters 1 through 3.
Yep. Last call. Let's get to Jericho from Las Vegas. Jericho, if you can make it quick for us, please. You're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Yeah, thank you. Illinois is really a number 9 team. That was a fluke loss at Indiana. They had half their defense out. Tough road loss. Bye week. Let's beat Michigan in 2 weeks.
All right, Jericho. Fight on.
Fight on. It's tough. I'm going to just say this. It's the absolute worst to have a bye week after a loss like this because all you can do is think about the loss. And even when you come back a week from now, you're still going to be thinking about that loss. So I only like buys off a win, never off a loss.
But I do appreciate what Jericho says in that he's right about Illinois. They were the number 9 team. I mean, we were playing at Illinois. And again, this was the game that we were circling at the beginning of the season. Like, this was going to be the first test we had. And I know they lost last week, but this was going to be tough. And I'm not saying we need to win those games to be where we want to be. But that's
what made it a trap game because it went from beneficial to upset a top 10 team, big noon kickoff, not supposed to win on the road. If we lose, not the worst thing. If we win, sky's the limit. Instead, it flipped to they just lost by 60. So if y'all don't beat them by at least 3 touchdowns, then you guys are bad as well. And on top of that, you guys just lost. So it's a double whammy. That's why it was a trap game.
Time to name our Arco top-tier performances of the game. I think we probably can agree on this one, right? I can't see any other top-tier performance other than Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, truly, like this was a Heisman kind of performance. 11 catches, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And that was almost all in the second half. He had 3 catches in the first half. And let's not forget, too, the 75-yard touchdown he had that got called back.
Yeah. And
what a play that was.
Let's also not forget that his other partner in crime, did not play today. So
until the very end, which
was dumb. Because if he could have gone in the fourth, he should have gone in the first. But it's very hard for a number one receiver to eat without a number two receiver that requires as much defensive attention. Mekhi just showed you he's a number one receiver.
All right, quickly, sold-out crowd, Coliseum, Michigan in town. What
nothing to say, nothing to expect. I expect Michigan to show up and it to be a neutral site crowd because they're going to travel well, and it's going to be 50-50. It's going to be sold out. And if USC does not wake up and doesn't get this running game under control, the Michigan Wolverines and Bryce Underwood are going to leave victorious if we do not find some type of relief in the run game.
You want to give us a quick score?
No, I don't.
No score.
W.
No score.
W. I just want a W. That's it.
Do it.
10-3. I'll take it.
All right, well, the final score today is presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics. Today's final score was Illinois 34, USC 32. Trojans dropped to 4-1 on the season. We thank you for all your calls, and we apologize to those that we could not get to. Again, USC's next action at home at the Coliseum in 2 weeks against Michigan. We do not have a game time yet for that one, but our coverage will begin with the Trojan Tailgate Show 2 hours before scheduled kickoff. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler, and in studio is Kasim Diakate, with Parker Bell producing our YouTube feed and Jose De La Roca on highlights. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Again, the Trojans fall to Illinois 34-32. This has been USC Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
An exclusive presentation by USC Sports Properties and Playfly Sports.
Stay tuned right here on ESPN.